everyone, Roberto here for another video review. Well, it was going to be the the Toblerone Diamond Truffles, well, doesn't say what they are actually, does it? Let's see, golden caramel. There we go. Yes, I couldn't actually read that then, but yeah, bit easy to see in person actually. But there we go. So the golden caramel diamond truffles. Now, they originally were sort of released as just regular truffles, yes, Toblerone truffles. But now they call them diamond truffles, yes, to make them sound a bit more interesting. There you go. But yeah, I was originally going to just read the golden caramel ones, but then a week later I saw, yes, they had this assorted box of diamond truffles with milk, dark, white and golden caramel, so it includes those as well. Now, you will have to excuse the fact it's got a bit of damage to it. Basically, it was on the floor and I accidentally kicked it. I didn't think I kicked it that hard, but it completely ruined the box, actually. I think it's just because it's empty, so it kind of all just caved in. I think I just clipped it with my foot. So, apologies for that. Nothing fell out or anything like this, but there we go. I just thought, well, they're quite expensive, these, so I'm not going to buy it again just for the, just for the box or what have you, but there we are. So, anyway, so I was going to review these ones. But now I'm reviewing, basically going to review these ones as well. So there we are. So I might do a bit of a comparison, see what the numbers are like or whatever. But I think they're both 180 grams. Yes, there we go. So yeah, 180 grams there. 180 grams there. But this one sounds far more interesting, doesn't it? It's got, like, as I say, milk, white, dark, and golden caramel. So that's really, really a good assortment, actually, I think you'd say. So yeah. So there we are. So I think these ones are probably the ones to go for. I do like different colours there. There we go. So there we are. So what does actually say they are? So assorted chocolates with filling, 40%, containing honey almond nougat pieces, 4%. Snack mindfully, it says. 27 grams is 3 of them. Take time to enjoy it, eat it all at once. So vegetarians, the Chocoholic model is there. It's their sort of plan to make generally improve the lives of farmers and make their sort of products sustainable, things like that, I think. But if you're interested in it or it means something to you, then I'd definitely look into it. Some contact addresses. And there you go. There's all the ingredients there as well. We kind of went over that, didn't we? Kind of skipped from that a bit before, but assorted chocolates for filling, 40%, containing honey almond nougat pieces, 4%. And there's the ingredients there. That seems to have palm oil in, I can see. Caramel powder, 1%. Almonds, 0.6%, I think that is. And honey, 0.4%, I think. They contain wheat other nuts. Calories per 100 grams. Again, the font makes it very difficult to read, doesn't it? I think that's 567 calories. 38 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. So it's 180 grams the whole thing, so I would have put a caption on there, but yeah, so quite calorific for all these basically. And just in case you're interested, here's the equivalent of the golden ones. 566 calories per 100 grams, 35 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. Yeah, a bit less actually, isn't it? Not much less. There we are, okay. White chocolate with caramel powder with milk chocolate filling, 48%. With honey and almond nougat pieces, 4%. All right, so there's a difference. So it's yeah, so caramel powder. It's white chocolate with caramel powder. So no, interesting. Not really caramelized white chocolate then. All right, so there we go. Made with honey and almond nougat. It says on the side. On the side it says an assortment of individually wrapped diamond-shaped truffles. All right, and I think that's what it pretty much says here. Now it doesn't say assortments, I guess. Individually wrapped diamond-shaped golden caramel chocolate truffles. There we go. All right. Per 27 grams, which is 3 of them. Yeah, I think that's 153 calories. 8.8 grams of fat, 5.2 which are saturates. There we go. All right. Okay, interesting. Yes, I think we just need to sort of give these an open, don't we? So what I'll do is let's say, yeah, we'll just basically do just that. I think. I've just noticed actually these ones don't have the. Oh yes, it just has the on the top there. Established 1908. Yeah, I was going to say, because it has it on the side here as well, but it doesn't have it on the side of the assorted ones. Okay, interesting. I just thought, I heard that at one point Toblerone were not able to say it was from the Swiss mountains or something because of where it was made or something like that, but so I thought maybe that was that's why it was missing on here, but it's on the top. Well, I don't think there's much more to say really. Got some stuff on the bottom, nothing too exciting there. It looks very nice, but I think we just need to give it an open, see what it looks like on the inside. So let's do just that. Let's give them an open. Alright, so we're going to give these assorted Toblerone Diamond Truffles an open. Milk, dark, white and golden caramel. These used to be called Toblerone Truffles, but they've yes, made them, they've changed the name, rebranded them to be Diamond Truffles now to sound a bit more interesting. There we go. And I do, as they did have the golden ones as well, golden caramel. But then I saw these ones, and these ones had all of them in, not just golden caramel, but the other ones as well, so yeah. Right, so if you've not done so already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, it really does. I can't thank you enough if you have. And obviously thank you for watching as well. And, or if you do even as well, yes. But there we are, so there we go. So there we go, let's see, quite a few truffles in there, but of course the packaging of these is quite, there's lots of empty Well, there's basically lots of bits like this bit at the top. They just take up space. So I'm sure if you took them all out of the wrapper, they'd take up a lot less space in the box. But it's not even filled to the top even then. Let's see what the distribution's like. No, none left in there. So it should be a good distribution. Let's hope anyway. So, alright. I think these are I think those are the golden caramel ones. I think these are the normal ones. That's what you'd expect. I think the dark chocolate Toblerone you can't get in the UK anymore. I think they've stopped that now, so it's quite good that it's in here. So 4 of each so far. Quite a lot of dark chocolate ones actually. 6 of those. Quite a lot of the white chocolate ones as well. Interesting. You would have thought there'd be more of the normal ones. Usually that's the gist. But yeah, well, look at this. So not a great distribution here. Quite see we've got 4 of the regular ones, 4 of the golden caramel ones, whatever it's called. We've got 6 of the dark chocolate ones, and we've got 7 of the white chocolate ones. So you know why we can't, just have sort of take those there and have 5 of those. So it would be 5, 6, 5, something along those lines. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? But so a bit of a rubbish distribution, really. But there we go. All right, so I'll tell you what, we'll take all but maybe 2 of each away, I think. How about that? Just to make it more manageable. Alright, so there we are. A bit like a Twix, these ones, don't they, actually? Alright, yeah. Okay, so let's do a bit of an open individually. There we go, there's the white chocolate one. There's the dark chocolate one, very nice. They look good, don't they? It's a nice look to them. That's the golden caramel ones. This is the regular one. Oh yeah, of course it is, yes. Okay. Yeah, and here's the regular one, little Twix. You see in the wrapper as well, they've got like a little bit of paper in there as well, so quite nicely wrapped. And they've all got that, yeah. It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, pretty nice wraps, as we said. Good attention to detail there. Okay, so that's what we're up against. So I think these look pretty good, don't they? Look at that. They look pretty nice. Yeah, a nice look to them there. All right, so let's give a bit of a measuring, shall we? Got best we can anyway. It'll be quite difficult, I think, but we'll do what we can. Because they all seem to be the same size, so we'll not go too crazy. About 2.3 centimeters in width there on that side. The side about the same, and the height. So it's not quite a flat top. About 2.2 centimeters. So it is a bit, as I say, a bit slanted on the top. So but there we are. We can see they're all pretty much the same size. Okay, so very nice. So yeah, so don't really. What do? Let's have a bit of a closer look with them. As I say, nice look to them there. Pretty good, don't they? Do look pretty good. Okay, should I give these a chop? Give a bit of a chop, see what it's like in the inside. Don't really want to do it, but there we go. So you see the bit of the nougat in there coming through. Lumpy pieces. Yeah, not too bad. So again, quite truffly on the inside as well. So it's yeah, interesting. Okay, we'll just chop the milk chocolate one. They are quite soft. Again, you can see there. So again, the milk chocolate truffle there. Guess we'll chop the dark chocolate one. So again, the dark chocolate one, yeah, so it's got the same truffle as the milk chocolate one, which is a shame. And the white chocolate one clearly is a bit different. But yeah, the milk and dark chocolate one have the same centre, the looks of it. Okay, let's try the golden caramel one then, see what that's like. And again, that's the same as well. So I think the white chocolate one's got a different centre really. So that is a bit of a shame. Isn't it? But yeah, okay. It'd be nice if they had like the truffle was reflected the chocolate on the outside. But there we go. Okay. Well, how did it taste? That's the important part, isn't it? So let's have a find out. Let's give them a taste. But certainly that's a different centre is a bit disappointing. But the white chocolate one, just have it. But anyway, as I say, let's find out what they taste like. Okay, well, okay, we're going to these assorted Toblerone Diamond Truffles a taste, and why not? So yeah, got a few different kinds. Got the white chocolate one, the milk chocolate one, the golden caramel one, than the dark chocolate one. But only the white chocolate one's got a difference of a different truffle centre. See there? Whereas all the others, you know, have got basically the same sort of milk truffle centre, even the dark chocolate one. So it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? But yeah, there we go. Alright, well, I think I need to give them a taste. I might rate them individually, rate their thing as a whole. I'm not sure, so let's have a see. I think I originally gave the milk chocolate one 4 out of 5. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. There's some micro crunches in there. Having a soft truffle, quite creamy. It does give you a taste of Toblerone, but I think it's just not quite as solid. I like truffle centre, of course, that's why. But you do get the taste of Toblerone, as I say, just in a more softer form. Is the gist of it. Yeah, it's quite nice. I'd say quite creamy. It's got that creamy chocolate taste that Toblerone has. I think it's not quite as interesting. I think the filling isn't quite as sort of Toblerone-like, if that makes sense. You do get some crunches in there, but it's more just a sort of chocolatey taste of the Toblerone, or just a general taste, not really the textures. But as I say, a bit of crunch. It's okay. I think it's a 3.5 or 4. Like I said last time, a 4 out of 5. I think it's probably a 3.5 or 4. And I think my finishing comment last time was you probably just go back to regular Toblerone. But it's nice to have little segments on their own, but you can get those mini Toblerones as well, can't you? So, I don't know. Swings and roundabouts. It is a truffle. So as it does come across as a truffle. It's a Toblerone truffle. So if you like the more solid, sort of chewy side of Toblerone, this doesn't have it basically. But it does have the sort of general taste. So it's 3.5. I gave it 4 last time. I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt and say a 4 out of 5. But I think it's probably close to a 3.5 really. I feel like people who like Toblerones probably would prefer the regular Toblerones to this. Let's try this one then, the caramel. Yes, the new caramel, golden caramel one. Let's give this a go. In this one, finding the reason there's like crunchy bits are a bit not very pleasant actually. They were kind of a bit more of them, and they were kind of feeling a bit like grits. They were kind of just getting, I don't know, in the way they kind of felt a bit unpleasant actually. I didn't have that in the first one. It could just been because there was fewer in there. Let's try the other half. You do get a semblance of the golden caramel, but you know, it is there. You can taste it, but because the centre is just the same as the others, or the other one, you know, it doesn't taste as strong as golden caramel as you like, you know, but it is there. You can still taste it. But I'd say that texture was a bit horrible that time. I don't know. It might have just been a one-off. Bit of bad luck there, but it just didn't come across very nice. It's okay. I feel like the golden caramel could be a bit more emphasised. It's probably quite subtle though, to an extent where maybe it's better. You know, you don't have too much of it and it doesn't overpower it too much. But I don't know. I say it is there, but it's not quite as distinct as I would have liked really. It's not bad. 3.5 or 4 again. Yeah, but I'd say that gritty take. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt for now. But if they come back in the other ones, maybe I'll have to sort of reevaluate. But so I think it's probably a 3.5 or 4. I think the golden caramel's not great in the Toblerone generally. Actually, wasn't my favourite Toblerone variant. Yeah, I think the fact it's not quite golden caramel enough. I think the sense is different. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. You know, I won't give them the benefit of the doubt this time on myself even. You know. All right, let's try the dark one. Then let's give this a go. The golden caramel can distinctly taste the difference, but the centre being the same, you know, the richness is kind of, you know, contrasted by that sweet centre. But you do still get the richness taste. You still do get that dark chocolate taste. It is a bit more distinct than the golden caramel one. So it's not bad. So again, though, I feel like I'm just getting dark chocolate rather than a Toblerone dark chocolate. I know the centre, the truffle had a few crunchy bits and things, but I feel like really I'm just getting a dark chocolate with a soft centre and maybe some crunchy bits. I don't feel like I'm getting a Toblerone experience from that. Good dark chocolate though, nice, quite rich, does taste quite nice. And so maybe the contrast with the sort of like the sweet, you know, non-dark centre or whatever is not too bad. But I don't know, for me it doesn't, I don't feel like that, I don't feel I'm getting a Toblerone experience there, as I say, because the milk chocolate one I did feel a bit like I was getting that because the chocolate's very distinctly Toblerone-like. But I think with this one, because it's quite rich dark chocolate and the rest of the Toblerone isn't really there, you're just getting that crunchy bits and that truffle. It seemed like it wasn't really a Toblerone experience for me. So, I quite like it, as I say, but I feel like the fact that it's meant to be Toblerone, I don't know, works against it because it just isn't like that. So, I think it probably would be a 4 out of 5 normally, but I think for what it is and the fact it's kind of missed the mark somewhat, I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5. But yeah, interesting. Okay, so this one, the white chocolate one, is the one that's got a distinct centre, presumably more white chocolatey. Let's find out. The centre on this one is distinctly different. It's thicker, less melty in the mouthy. Nice actually. Again, got those crunches. The crunches don't really work for me. They feel like grits. Don't feel like they should be there. They feel like they're getting your teeth. I was kind of giving it the benefit of the doubt up until this point, but it's quite consistently like that. But there's these ones. I actually quite like this one. It's actually not too bad. See the crunchy bits there inside it. There, can't you? There, those kind of things there. Like honeycomb pieces. And what's it actually labelled them as? With almond nougat pieces. Yeah, but they're a bit too small and grit-like, as I say, so they don't really come across very well. But the white one, I think the consistency of the truffle, I prefer it. It's just a bit thicker. Yeah. It's quite white chocolatey as well, as you'd imagine. The whole thing tastes quite white chocolatey. It's quite creamy. I think it comes across quite well, but again, doesn't really feel like a Toblerone. So give me 3.5 out of 4. I'll give this one a benefit out. The white chocolate works very well with this one. I think the truffle being different is quite nice as well. It's quite distinctly different. It's just not just flavour different, it tastes different, the texture's different. It's just a different experience. So I think a 4 out of 5 for that one. But I think as for the product as a whole, I feel like it doesn't really portray Toblerone at all, really. I think you'd be quite disappointed with this. They're too soft. They don't really give you that sort of Toblerone experience at all. It's just, you just don't really get it. I think the chocolate tastes like a Toblerone in the milk chocolate version. But the other ones I'm not so sure about because of the fact that, other than maybe the white chocolate one, because of the fact that they sort of mix with the milk chocolate as well. So it's got like a milk chocolate cocoa truffle or whatever, or a cocoa truffle, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I don't know. I feel there's a bit disappointing. It's a shame as well. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, for the whole thing, it's a nice assortment of chocolates. It's interesting. They do feel nice. They feel like they look nice. They have a nice air of quality to them. But I think the grittiness to them is just getting on me a bit much. Actually, I don't remember that from last time at all. I don't know. I don't know if the ingredients have changed over time, whatever. But they just seemed a bit gritty to me. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me know what you think. Did you find them gritty or not? It'd be interesting to see. But I think for me, these ones, I think I'm going to say, yeah. I was slightly giving them the interesting of the assortment's quite nice, and the different flavours are quite interesting. The assorted one is definitely the way to go rather than the individual ones. Individual flavours like I did here with this one. Yeah. But as I say, I feel like it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's not Toblerone. I feel like having mini Toblerones would actually be a lot more interesting and better. But the truffle centre does add something nice. As I say, it is quite, quite, creamy and things like this. And it's and I say it's quite nice with the white chocolate one. It's a bit thicker and lasts a bit longer, and it's just a bit more interesting. But it's just a shame you didn't do a distinct one for the other ones as well, like the dark chocolate one and the golden caramel one. So I think for me, that's definitely a reason to sort of mark it down. I think as well, and that grittiness to it. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt with the grittiness, but I think if that's just there generally, you could probably knock it down at a half mark, if not whole mark. But I think I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5 generally for all these. I feel like just it's a bit lazy that they've not got a distinct centre for all the different ones, only the white chocolate one. So maybe the milk chocolate one, if you could technically say it's distinct to that, and the other two are just copying the milk chocolate one basically. So yeah, and the grittiness to it, and the fact it doesn't really give you a Toblerone experience as well. I think that's kind of what you'd want. It kind of doesn't. It doesn't. Doesn't give you that chewy part of the Toblerone, which is what you'd want really. And I say the bit that it does give you, it tastes a bit gritty to me. So I say I'm giving it the benefit of that and saying a 3.5 out of 5. But that grittiness could easily mark it down to a 2.5. So yeah, I don't remember it being a problem last time. I don't know if it's just me having bad luck this time or whether it was good luck last time. I don't know, but let me know what you think, guys. Leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you, and always do best to reply. And have a great day, and thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.